So it feels like this game happened a month ago, so it's kind of weird to do this now, but here we are, I think 5 days later from the Patriots-Giants game. We're going to go over some plays and what happened exactly. So we start with the Patriots on offense, and it's a pretty smart concept here. They send Sony Michel out in motion here. These top two receivers cut in, and basically they have Sony Michel go to the outside, one-on-one with a linebacker. It's going to be David Mayo here, who does end up missing a tackle on this play. Edelman gives him a little nudge there and has enough room. Mayo does miss a tackle, and then Michel picks up an extra 6 or 7 yards on that play. So it's just simple stuff like that. I mean, that's what the Patriots do to you. They look for mismatches and they exploit them. Sony Michel's not the greatest receiving back, but one-on-one with a guy like David Mayo, who has played pretty well for us, that's a winnable matchup for them, and they knew that. So on that play, they gained 19 yards. So here's another play from the first drive. It's Brandon Bolden out of the I formation here, and the fullback and I believe the left guard here do a great job of blocking. That's what the Pats do. They are a great blocking team. So right there, they take care of right here Jabril Peppers and then David Mayo right here with the left guard. And here's Brandon Bolden who's going to cut through this hole. And of course, it's going to be one-on-one with Antoine Bethea, who takes a pretty poor angle to him once again. Somewhat gets around him, picks up some extra yardage, and then he gets him in the end. But that's a 21-yard gain right there. Just the blocking by the Patriots was fantastic, as we watch right here. The fullback back here and the left guard right here are the two to watch. And if you watch what they do, they take out their responsibilities, and one-on-one with Bethea kind of gets by him a little bit. Janoris is there, just completely whiffs on a tackle, and Bethea takes him down eventually. But that's 21 yards right there for the Patriots on the running play. So this play was the huge 4th-and-1 stop by the Giants on the first drive for the Patriots, and as I said in the reaction video, I thought they got this in live time, but obviously when you go back and watch it, he did not get this first down. So we got to watch Dalvin Tomlinson and Jabril Peppers on this play. I don't know where they're at from this angle, so let's look at it from the back angle here. So Dalvin, I believe, is right here, number 94, right over the center. I believe on this play, he literally just knocks down the center. He goes for a little underneath block. Dalvin gets right around him. We'll watch number 94 first. Does a great job there. Takes out Sony's legs. And if you watch Jabril Peppers, there's 3 people to watch on this play. David Mayo, Jabril Peppers. So right here, Jabril Peppers, number 21. Watch what he does. He meets his guy, basically pushes the Patriots fullback into Sony Michel and kind of takes him down out of the play a little bit. So it wasn't perfect, but he did enough on this play. Obviously, I mean, you see right here, kind of runs into his own man and trips on his feet a little bit. So Jabril Peppers definitely helps right there. And then David Mayo, number 55, comes in to help as well. So a really nice job right there by 3 players on the Giants to stop this 4th-and-1 play. But it all starts with Dalvin Tomlinson and what he does. He gets right around the center here, has enough speed to catch him from behind. And I thought it was a great play by Dalvin, who, I don't talk about a lot. He doesn't make that many plays that jump off the page, but he's a pretty good run stuffer, and that was a huge 4th-and-1 stop right there. So here is the first Daniel Jones interception. It's on a slant route to Golden Tate right here. It was a tough throw, honestly. He had a tight window to make this. We'll just watch it in regular speed first, and we'll watch what happened. Throw was a little bit behind them, but it was a tight window, and I understand how it's a tough throw for a rookie or for any quarterback in that matter. But let's see what he could have done here. So I'll play it in very slow motion. So Tate obviously has to break off his route and look at Jones. And right when he breaks off this route, that's when Jones is loading the throw. That looks right. And honestly, if he led him a little too much, it probably gets batted down by this linebacker right here in the middle. So that's a very tough throw. This is a tight window. I guess, it's just a very, very difficult throw. It's hard to blame him for that. But as you can see, Golden State had to reach backwards for it. And then Gilmore gets a hand on it. This ball, unfortunately, gets popped in the air. Lots of Patriot defenders in the area. They intercept the ball. So it is what it is. It's a very difficult throw, probably one that shouldn't have been made. I think the offensive line did a nice job on this play, so maybe Jones could have bought some extra time, but it is what it is. I mean, he'll learn from that kind of stuff. This is a great defense. He's going against, probably the best corner in football right now, one of the best, and he just made a great play on it. So it is what it is, and now that was one of the 3 turnovers in this game by Daniel Jones. So as I mentioned on the Thursday reaction video, there were some plays where the Giants got a good amount of pressure on Tom Brady, but there were also plays like this where there was no pressure at all and he had all day to throw. I mean, he literally had over 5 seconds to throw this ball. I'll just play it in real time. And the Giants only sent 3 people on this play, so a lot of people dropped back in coverage. There's 8 people in coverage, a lot of man-on-man defense as well. There's a couple guys in zone. They have the 1 deep safety, the 1 linebacker playing zone, probably a safety. I think that might have been Sean Chandler, actually. Maybe it's Bethea, but yeah, it was Bethea. So I don't know. It's just an interesting defense of what they were doing here. They only sent 3 people against Tom Brady. They're 3-on-5 basically with the offensive line. And we all know the Pats' offensive line is great every year. So to ask your 3 defensive linemen to get to Tom Brady in a certain amount of time is definitely a tall task. And he finds Izzo for the first down. But watch here one more time. I mean, he was given way too much time. And the Giants also had 2 defensive penalties on this play, so it really didn't matter if it was an incompletion or not. I believe it was on Jabril Peppers and Sean Chandler. So it is what it is. You can point fingers at James Bettcher and say, like, why are you only sending 3 people and stuff like that. But the Giants defense held as long as they could in coverage, but there were also a couple penalties. So it is what it is. So here's Daniel Jones' second interception on the night. It's a 1st and 10. The Giants were going for a big play here if you see it from this angle. That's why I love these camera views. It shows you everything you probably wouldn't see on the live broadcast. Both receivers go deep here, and they were covered pretty nicely. There's really nowhere he can go with this ball. Maybe the top receiver, he had a chance with one-on-one coverage to make a play here, but I don't know. That's not a throw I would definitely advise making. So, I kind of agree with Daniel Jones not to make that throw, and obviously right here, this would be intercepted easily. So, not really anywhere to go with this ball. And, he takes way too long to get rid of it, and then the defender hits his arm, and unfortunately it's intercepted. So, Daniel Jones just makes a rookie mistake here. We see Daniel with the ball right about here. He should realize, like, okay, these guys are not going to get open. Like, this play, you have to move on to the next play at this point. And he has a lot of time to throw. No one's within 5 yards of him at this point. So you kind of have to realize, like, okay, let's maybe roll out to the left, buy some time. But you have to get rid of this ball in the next few seconds. And he doesn't, not even a few seconds, but the next, milliseconds. And he does not do it, and unfortunately gets intercepted. So that's just the classic rookie mistake and the kind of thing that you will fix. I don't think Daniel Jones would have made this mistake twice in a row, so that's the good news. But the bad news is he just took too long to get rid of it, and it cost the Giants a turnover and unfortunately his second interception of the night. So the Pats have a 2nd and 15, it looks like right here, or 2nd and 16, whatever it says, 15. And Grant Haley's in coverage on, I think, a rookie, Jakobi Meyers, who I believe is in the slot, runs like a wheel route. And unfortunately does not get his head turned around. He throws a back shoulder to him. It was a great throw, a great catch, and everything like that. But Grant Haley did not get his head turned around. And he gets a little, rub here from, I think it was Josh Gordon, I guess was still in the game at this point. He nudges him a little bit on this play, but I guess it is legal technically, so didn't really hit him too much. But it's a great throw and a great play, but Grant Haley once again just struggles in coverage. We've seen it all year. And the situation with him is tough because Grant Haley's been a great tackler on runs and stuff like that, but his, man coverage has not been all that great this year, and just another example of it. But this is a great throw and a great catch, so I'm not sure how many corners in the NFL would have been able to guard this. Especially on this team, I don't think any corner would be able to stop this play. But, Grant Haley does need to step up and be a little bit better, and I honestly don't think this is the last play I'm going to show of him from this, from this video. So this is the 64-yard touchdown for Golden Tate, an awesome throw by Daniel Jones. We know that, but this is funny because it kind of reminds me of a play that the Vikings ran against us where they had Adam Thielen in the slot, and basically their top receiver ran a curl, like right around here, and Adam Thielen went for a touchdown on that play against Grant Haley. But this time it's Golden Tate, of course, on the Giants, who runs like a bit of a wheel route. I don't know if you want to call it a corner route, whatever you want to call it. And basically, Daniel Jones had to make a perfect throw because Golden Tate maybe has half a yard of separation, and he had to put that ball in a perfect spot, and he did it, and the safety was on the other side of the field. So I think the Giants, I don't even think the bottom receiver or top receiver ran any legitimate routes here. I think they just went out 5 yards, and the Giants knew it was Golden Tate all the way on this play. So the safety is on the left side of the hash here, so they know they have enough room to make a throw in this entire area, and that's what they did. It was one-on-one coverage, and Golden Tate makes a great catch. But that throw was in a place where only he can catch it. So you got to give your quarterback a ton of credit on that play. We'll watch what the offensive line did exactly from this angle. I think it was good. I don't know how many people they sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like. So Giants offensive line did a good enough job, and Daniel Jones got rid of that ball pretty quickly anyway, and Golden Tate made a really nice grab. But that's just a perfect throw right there by the rookie. So a lot of times when it's zone defense, it's hard to really determine whose fault it is exactly, but I feel like on this play, it probably was Jabril Peppers who was right here. I feel like he bites on the run a bit too hard right here, and I think he realizes he's wrong and sprints back in coverage, but by the time he does that, it's too late, and Julian Edelman is wide open. They pick up 29 yards on this play. So if you watch Jabril, I mean, basically, Janoris Jenkins is responsible for the flat in this area, so he's covering this guy basically, even though it is zone, but he's supposed to be in this area. I guess Antoine Bethea is the one deep in the middle, and I feel like Jabril Peppers was maybe supposed to be over here in this area, but that's not what happened because he bit on the run a bit too hard. Now he's all the way down here, and Tom Brady has a wide open Edelman. So, look, I'm not a football genius. I don't know exactly where these guys are supposed to be all the time. I'm not at Giants practice. I don't know what's going on at the sideline, but the best thing I can do is make an educated guess here, and I feel like Jabril Peppers was the one that was in the wrong spot. So, he's a young guy. These things happen. It is the Patriots and that kind of stuff, but, hopefully by the end of the season, this kind of stuff won't happen. So it feels like we've been waiting a while for Lorenzo Carter to have a breakout play this year, but this is one right here where I believe this is his best moment of the season. He is one-on-one against the tight end on the edge, and he is blitzing on Tom Brady, so it made it easier for him. He just overpowers the tight end Izzo right here, basically bull rushing away, gets around him, and Tom Brady did not even sense it coming. Marcus Golden picks it up and somehow scored on this play. I really don't know how he got this ball over the goal line. Obviously, he's not the fastest player on the field, but somehow got that ball over, and it was a great play. And we'll watch one more time from this angle. We'll just watch what Lorenzo Carter does. Nothing special here, just basically overpowers his guy. I feel like if it was against a left tackle, this might not have happened, but still, a sack is a sack, and it is what it is. So anything you can get against the Patriots, you take it. The Giants get a defensive touchdown off this play, and Lorenzo Carter hopefully can build off this performance, and he had a nice game overall. I believe he made another nice play that I'm going to go over later, so hopefully he does more stuff like that as the year goes on. So I believe in my preview video for this game, I said there's going to be a lot of dump downs to James White and situations on third down and medium where he's going to catch a ball short of the goal line or short of the first down and make a guy miss, and it's going to piss me off very much. And here's exactly where it happened. So Jabril Peppers, I believe, who was right here, but unfortunately he missed the tackle, and he knows it. He was frustrated after the fact. He should have been a few yards short right there, but he missed the tackle. 2 missed tackles, actually. I don't know who the other guy was. 31, Michael Thomas. So, yeah, 2 missed tackles on this play. He should have been short of the sticks, but unfortunately that was not the case. So we'll watch James White, 28, right here. Just runs a simple route. Brady does a check down to him, makes 2 guys miss him, and he picks up a first down. So you can't have that kind of stuff. And, on a third down situation especially, that stuff will kill you. The Giants should have got off the field in that situation. I forget what happened on this drive, but if the Patriots got points out of it, that is just a killer right there for your defense. So another play here with Grant Haley and man coverage did not go too well for him. So he's right here on Jakobi Meyers once again, who had the back shoulder catch on him a bit earlier. Gets by him there and just has enough room to make this catch. It wasn't the greatest throw, but it got to him. And I don't really know what he was doing on this play. If you watch it in very slow motion here, I feel like he just, got behind them a bit too easy. Like he kind of lets Myers get too much leverage. And basically, he's on the inside of on the outside of his shoulder, gives him this entire side of the field, and it gives him all the momentum to get over here and not even contesting him. So it's very easy for Jakobi Meyers, who makes a nice catch on this ball. We'll see it from the other angle exactly. I don't think there was much of a pass rush on this play anyway. No, Tom Brady had basically all day to throw right there, so it wasn't, the perfect, most perfect throw, but right there, it's just, you see him break off there, has enough room. I feel like most quarterbacks can make this throw, maybe like not Mitchell Trubisky or Mariota or someone like that, but a guy like Tom Brady can make that throw every time, and Grant Haley just gave too much room for Jakobi Meyers to make that catch. So this was the play in the beginning of the third quarter where Rhett Ellison was wide open, and I feel like Stephon Gilmore made a mistake here because the rest of the defense is in zone coverage, but for some reason Gilmore is the only person in man, and I feel like that's not right. So you watch Gilmore here, he stays with it. Looks like, no, maybe that's Golden Tate. I don't know which receiver this is down here. We'll see eventually. 17, is that Cody Core? I don't even know, but you see he's wide open, and if you look from this angle, basically he probably should have done what this opposite corner was doing. You see how he has a good position to make a play on this receiver out here. Gilmore probably should have been around the 40 on this area, but for some reason he's in man coverage on Cody Core. And, eventually that just leaves Rhett Ellison wide open. Daniel Jones saw that. Good job by him to see it. And Rhett Ellison made the catch. So it was a very nice job by Daniel Jones to find the open receiver. But I just feel like he made the wrong move. I don't know what Stephon Gilmore was doing exactly. maybe the Patriots had him in man coverage on purpose, but that wouldn't make much sense to me because I don't think you want this entire area open. That just would not make sense to me. So the Giants got lucky there. There was blown coverage and a nice job by Daniel Jones to find the open receiver. So on this play, the Patriots only sent 3, but Daniel Jones has a good amount of time, obviously. He has Golden Tate on the drag route wide open. makes the throw. It wasn't the most perfect throw. It didn't hit him in stride like he usually does, which is surprising. But I just want to give the offensive line some credit here. So, they had a good game. I think the offensive line played really well on this one. They did send 3 guys a lot, which makes it easier for your offensive line. Obviously, it's a 3-on-5 for the Giants offensive line. And Daniel Jones, you see here, he's scanning the left side of the field here, doesn't see anything, goes back to the right side. You love to see that. He's not really worried about the pressure or the line or anything like that. He trusts his line and then sees Golden State. He has to wait, obviously, because when his zone defense, he can't let this ball go right here because there's a bunch of traffic in the middle of the field. He has to wait for his receiver to run the drag and get closer to the sideline. He waits for the perfect time, makes that throw, and look, he didn't hit him perfectly in stride, but it is what it is. He makes the catch. The Giants convert on a 3rd and 3, but unfortunately there was an interception, I think, on the next play, and we'll get into that right now. So here is the 3rd interception. It's a play that definitely fooled Daniel Jones. He probably thought it was man coverage with Stephon Gilmore down here once again. Daniel Jones was fooled by this play. I get it. I understand it. It was very easy to tell when watching live. Like, okay, he definitely did not expect that to happen. It was definitely the type of ball that once it left his hand, he was like, oh crap, why did I throw that? And he makes a pretty easy play on it. So I think we'll see from this angle. Watch what he does right here. So, it looks like he's going to go in with Latimer, but he just breaks off into zone coverage and just makes a great play. Wasn't the best route or, the best attempt to prevent that by Rhett Ellison, but, you can't make that throw, obviously, in that situation. He was just fooled by it. And honestly, I'm happy that Daniel Jones went through this, situation at a young point in his career. Facing the Patriots defense on a short week in New England, it's definitely one of the toughest tasks for a rookie quarterback. So I'm happy he got to face that in his 4th game. It'll only make him better, and I feel like he did not play that terrible in my opinion. This is the kind of stuff that would fool a lot of quarterbacks. Believe me, many veteran quarterbacks get fooled by Bill Belichick as well. So in your 4th NFL start, this kind of stuff happens, and the Patriots definitely did a good job executing on that play. So look, I understand that these NFL defensive coordinators are a lot smarter than I am, but I really don't understand this defense. I think this was a 2nd and 8 or something like that. The Giants have a cover 3, and they drop very, very deep back and basically the underneath open. I don't know what was going on here. As I said, it's a 2nd and 8, not like it's a 3rd and 30. This was the kind of defense it looked like it was for. You see here, I'm on top of the screen. So Antoine Bethea is up here. He's going to be out of the picture the whole time because he's way back beyond the line of scrimmage. Jabril Peppers, and I think this is Michael Thomas, drop back in coverage as well. And they're just there's 3 guys all the way back here towards the 50 guarding 1 Patriot receiver. And then there's 1 guy down here just sitting down in the zone. I don't know what the heck is going on with this defense or what this play call is. I have no idea why the Giants defense is playing like it's a 3rd and 30, as I said. This is a 1st down right here at the 30. They pick up, he made the catch around the 40 and gets all the way down to the 50. So I don't know what that defense was. I don't know if there was some miscommunication or if James Bettcher really just called this kind of defense in this situation. That made no sense to me. I don't know what was going on there. But of course, the Patriots are going to take advantage of that. Tom Brady sees this receiver. Look, the guy has a lot of room in this area to make this catch. I feel like any quarterback can make this throw. The Giants have 1, 2, and even 3 safeties all the way back, and for some reason, this entire area of the field is left open. So I don't know what was going on there, what kind of miscommunication it was, or if it was just James Bettcher's defense, but that cannot happen on a 2nd and 8 situation. So the Patriots had a 3rd and 3 right here, ball on the 30. The Giants blew up this play. A lot of guys made a great play right here. So Lorenzo Carter, Antoine Bethea, and Jabril Peppers made a great effort on this play and made it happen. You see they just break through these blocks here and make a play in the backfield. Sony Michel did have a crappy game. His stats looked all right because he had a garbage time run at the end, but for the most part, he was not too impressive this game. So first, let's watch Lorenzo Carter. He just sheds his blocker easily and gets by him. I think he goes by Izzo once again, who he abused on the sack earlier. He was no match for Lorenzo Carter. He got back there. We'll watch Jabril Peppers this time, number 21, see what he does. He shoots through the gap as well. He goes behind the play a little bit and is there to make the tackle, and Antoine Bethea is there as well. So the Giants right there on a 3rd and 3 situation. They did a nice job in some areas of stopping some short runs. There were a lot of Tom Brady sneaks in this game that they could not stop, but honestly, 31 other NFL teams cannot stop Tom Brady sneaks either, so I don't really feel bad about that. But that's a great play right there by those 3 guys on a 3rd and 3 situation. So this is the last play I'm covering. It was like 4 minutes left in the game, and Julian Edelman right here is going to be double teamed by, I think, Janoris Jenkins and Michael Thomas right here. And still, he gets by them for a long catch and almost a touchdown. He makes like a little bit of a stutter step here and then beats them both deep. they both just left the middle open. Edelman went right through him, and Tom Brady made a great throw and a great catch right there. So honestly, that's just, sums the whole game up right there. Pretty embarrassing. The defense, I thought, played very well for the most part through the first 3.5 quarters. But then there's stuff like this where, he does a little stutter step, goes right through the middle of these two defenders in a double team situation and still makes a long catch. You cannot have that kind of stuff. So that sucks, and that's happened way too much on defense in this game. So that'll do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I guess I'll talk to you guys next time for the preview video, which will be the Arizona Cardinals. That'll come out on Thursday night, and I'll talk to you guys next time.